YouTubers, this is Nurse J at Nursing the Truth, and this is my second video today that me and Thoth have made. And this is a pretty serious video, like my last one, about the Agenda 2045 is worse than Agenda 21. Talking about 2045 being the humanoid robots with human consciousness. Now, this one is called the NASA War Documents. Now, you can also find this on stopthecrime.net. These War documents that have been put out by NASA. And this is Strategic Issues in Future Warfare, circa 2025. Now, not saying this isn't already being done. Excuse me. Now, some of their Dennis Bushnell was their chief scientist at the NASA Langley Research Center. Okay, and during these pages, it's 114 pages long, and I'm going to just kind of go through, some of the gist of it. On page 4, it says the presentation is based in all cases upon existing data trends and analysis, robots, cyborgs, and humans. Page 9, it says that humans have taken over and vastly shortened evolution. Page 14 states the key future technologies, talking about automatic, robotic, everything, genetic engineering before birth. Page 35, examples, confluence on IT, bio, and nano, brain of a sea lamprey inserted, connected to a body of a robotic fish. In parentheses, Choo Choo, a flesh plant-eating robot that hunts and biodigests natural foods to live off the land. The Choo Choo robot inventor, his name is Stuart Wilkinson, and expresses concerns about the dangers of the robots eating humans. .43 Microdust weaponry, a mechanical analog to micron-sized mechanized dust, which is distributed as an aerosol and inhaled into the lungs. This dust bores into the lung tissue and executes various pathological missions. A wholly new class of weaponry which is legal. Page 45. Beam weapons increasingly prevalent. Page 50. Effects of low power microwaves. Behavioral performance, seizures, gross alteration in brain functions 30 to 100%, increases in brain blood flow. Talking about the microwaves and how they fry our brains. Page 55, what is apparently legal? Microwave, anti-functional, anti-personnel weaponry, chemical, anti-functional weaponry, and psychological effects. Warfare, example, hostage, terrorism, psych war, acoustic weaponry, mechanical microdust. So as far as acoustic, like frequencies, noises, chemical weapons, that kind of thing. Page 66. Increasingly critical human limitations, downsize, large, heavy, tender, slow, requires huge logistic training. Humans have rapidly decreasing to negative value. Page 93, this is scary. Exploit CNN syndrome. Sink carriers by swarm attacks. Capture and torture Americans in living color on prime time. Terror attacks within. EMP RF against brain. Serious psychological warfare. And these are just a few examples of what NASA is up to. I know this sounds science fiction, but this is the world that we're living in. So if you think that you are going to have a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday job with a 2-story house with a white picket fence, 2.5 children, a dog, and a little cat, and your wife in high heels vacuuming the damn living room floor, and your husband comes in and kicks back in his damn recliner, and the nice wifey gives him his newspaper and serves him his wonderful 3-course meal with tea and a dessert, those days are over. Plain and simple. So take out the page of your 1950 handbook of home economics and shove it up your ass, because those days are gone. We've got to get tough, buckle up, pull your shoes up by the bootstraps, and we're fighting this bastard. You understand what I'm saying? At this point in time in 2018, only the strong are going to survive. And I know that NSA, the CIA, the DHS, and all that other kind of shit watches everybody, watches your car, watches where you go. And even in the chemtrails, they put out little nanobots, little things in the aerosol that can attach into your skin. That's going to be the next step of the RFID chips. Now, people don't get scared about Revelation, about the mark of the fucking beast, because if you do your research, what all that had to do with was Constantine making a new set of monies, and it is a coin. And at that particular time, when he had the whole entire Roman Empire under his name, he made new coins, and you could not buy or sell without you having the Constantine Roman Catholic coin. So if you think that someone is going to come out of the clouds to save your ass, you have another thing coming. You've got to get in that mentality of knowing, because if that was the case, then this shit would have been done a long time ago. We would have had someone buzzing through to get us and save us and fight. Now, am I saying that there aren't some nice entities out there that are working on our behalf for humanity? I'm sure there is. Are there entities and archons or principalities that are not for mankind? Yes. That is exactly what's happening to us now. Is the mean ones are trying to do this through the humans that have no empathy. If you think your Bushes and your Clintons and your Obamas and your little nice royal bloodline of Britain and all that shit is nice, think again. Okay? Your Roosevelts, think again. Okay? In the NASA war documents, it talks about ongoing worldwide technological revolutions and nature term warfare. The bots, the Borgs, and humans welcome you to 2025. It talks about politics can and does change overnight. Examples: Russia, Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, etc. Potential capabilities is the future warfare issue, not who, but what. Spaceship Earth. Engaging in bloody skirmishes in every corner of the vessel, increasing the size of the crew by 2 million per week. Okay, well, are they killing 2 million a week? Humans have taken over and vastly shortened evolution of the planet. Global warming, pollution, and deforestation, huge public work. Of the human species, genomic design and repair, mind children. Products and life forms, cross species, molecular breeding, and directed evolution. These are what they're doing, guys. Nanotechnology research, 29 in Europe, 28% in Japan, 27 in US. Technology ages of humankind. Hunter killer groups, millions. They're talking that those killer groups were in 10,000 BCE. And then they were talking about the agriculture was from 10,000 BCE to 1800 AD. The industrial revolution or the technological advances were 1800 to 1950. The IT was 1950 to 220. And the bio nanobots 2020. The key future technologies, all highly synergistic, the frontiers of the small and a feeding frenzy off of each other. Worldwide IT revolution, computing, sensors, electronics, factor of 1 million further improvement, silicon, molecular quantum, beyond human AI, automatic robots in the large. Summit predictions. Quantum computing initially available in 5 years. Wearable, implantable, on person electronics, computing, sensory augmentation, health monitoring, and brain stimulation. Okay, guys, so this is what I call testing the waters. So, you dumbasses that want to go get your Fitbits, your little heart rates, who's to say that through that shit that they're not plugging something in your body already? That's what they're gearing up. The U.S. Human Brain Project, begun in the early 90s, funded by 16 organizations, the DoD, NASA, and DOE. Determining detailed neuroanatomy of brains, called Digital Brain Atlas. Use of it to study brain and use of the brain information to aid ITAI. So that's exactly what I was reading to you guys today about the 2045. How they, within like 2020 to 2030, they're now going to be able to take the human consciousness and take it from a brain and put it into a robot. That robot chip can download those thoughts, those feelings, those processes. So as soon as a person is about to die, they can take those conscious thoughts. It's like a Frankenstein, guys. In the 30s, you know, they were already starting that shit then in Germany with these eugenics and cloning. They've already been cloning since the 40s and 50s. So Area 51 and that kind of thing. Harry Truman told the military that they could go and get the scientists and that kind of thing from Germany, but he didn't want the people that was affiliated, quote unquote, with the Nazis. But you know how the military is and the demons. They got the mad scientists. Okay, now the presidents and such are not allowed and can see what the hell is going on. Now we know that the presidents and the VPs are put in, it's a puppet show, don't vote, it's a bunch of bull. This was my last year voting. I'm not voting anymore for nothing. Public office, city, state, local, whatever. I'm not voting. It's a hoax. We're an illusion. We got to get the hell out of the illusion. So now, from my studies, Dwight Eisenhower was going to Area 51 and they wouldn't let him in. And he told them that he was going to call in the army of another brigade or whatever to go and see what the hell's going on. Well, they let him in, but they didn't show him all the stuff. And his last speech, he was warning us about the militarization, the military industrial complex. The imagination engine, called the creativity machine or the creative agent, current AI, not a rule-based expert system. It generates new ideas and concepts via starving a trained neural net of meaningful inputs, forced it to dream and create new concepts. I'm just skimming through this stuff. By 2025, 40% of private and 15% of public colleges and universities are expected to close due to web-based competition. A Northern Virginia businessman recently donated $100 million to set up a free Ivy League class online university. The ultimate education approach, plug and play, direct silicon or other such device, connection to the brain, very rapid, uploads, education in minutes instead of many years. Do you know everything you use in your house is pretty much silicone based? And it does have vibrations and frequencies in it. Probable circa 2025 societal changes by that time. Much increased lifespan. Solution to energy, water, and warming. Far more global distribution of technology, education, economics, and wealth. and tremendous increases in capability of autonomic robots, everything's IT bio nanos. Major emerging law enforcement issues. The IT net crime is wide spectrum. They'll have biocrime, protection of human electronic implants. Um, some sensor swarms, smart dust, floats in the air, the nano tags placed on everything, everywhere, identification and status information, and co opted insects. Some explosive smart dust opportunities. It's going to be in dust and air explosive, formation of explosive lenses, infil- infiltration of deeply buried and other such targets. We're going to be under microdust weaponry, and it's going to be legal. So, guys, this is 114 pages um, of the NASA war plan. And basically, what it is everything that can be done to a human as possible and introduce the new world of transhumanism. NASA is a government agency and it's run by the military. Anytime you have general, lieutenant, colonel, and that kind of thing, that's a military industrial complex. So I encourage you to go to stopthecrime.net, put in the NASA war document, which it should be there under source documents as well, in the little headlines, and read all that's there. There again, when you search for the truth and you find the truth, let the truth set you free. And men, Thoth, say, Hotep, and Ashe.